You ever wake up some mornings and you don't even know what version of you is in the mirror? One day you feel unstoppable, and the next day you feel like everything is collapsing. One day you've got fire in your chest, and the next you can't even find a spark. But hear me, your emotions are not the boss. Your feelings don't get to drive, you do, because feelings are inconsistent. Emotions shift like the wind. One moment they motivate you, the next they betray you. If you let them lead, they'll pull you off your path. They'll make you speak too soon, quit too early, react too fast, and regret too late. I'm talking to somebody who keeps letting their bad day turn into a bad decision. Somebody who keeps letting temporary pain ruin permanent possibilities. You can't keep giving your emotions power they haven't earned. You can feel anger, but you can't let anger speak for you. You can feel doubt, but you can't give doubt permission to build your future. Your emotions might visit, but they are not your landlords. You've got to stop renting space in your mind to things that don't serve you. There are people with talent, intelligence, potential, but still stuck. Not because they don't know enough, but because they haven't mastered what's inside. They get close to success and self-sabotage. They get opportunities and let fear block it. They start something great, then stop because motivation faded. Listen, you don't need motivation every day. You need discipline. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Emotion is a spark. Discipline is the engine. When emotion runs out, discipline drives you forward. You ever notice how easy it is to work when you feel good, when energy is high, when life feels smooth? But the true test isn't when everything is aligned, no. The test comes when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when nobody is watching, when the results aren't showing yet. That's when discipline speaks louder than feelings. You have to build a version of yourself that doesn't break just because the mood has changed. You have to decide that you will show up even when enthusiasm doesn't. You must become someone whose actions don't collapse just because emotions are heavy. Some of you keep losing battles not because the world is stronger, but because you surrendered the moment you felt uncomfortable. You let feelings talk you out of greatness. You let one hard moment convince you your dream wasn't worth it. But the future is built by the one who stands firm when emotions try to sweep them away. The future doesn't belong to the fastest, the smartest, or the luckiest. It belongs to the controlled, the focused, the ones who choose progress over mood. You don't have to feel powerful to move powerfully. You don't have to feel ready to start. You don't have to feel confident to step forward. You just have to step. The greatest shift in your life begins when you understand that feelings are passengers and purpose is the driver. You decide what voice gets the final say. You decide if sadness shuts you down or pushes you to change. You decide if anger becomes destruction or fuel. You decide if fear becomes a wall or a doorway. When emotions rise, breathe. Don't react, respond. Don't be led, lead. Remind yourself that discipline is stronger than impulse, vision is greater than insecurity, and decisions shape destiny more than moods ever will. Because when you control your emotions, you control your life. Pain, we run from it, we hide from it, we treat it like the enemy. But what if the thing you fear the most is the thing that's actually been sent to grow you? What if the frustration, the struggle, the long nights, the tears, what if none of it came to break you, but to build something inside you that comfort never could? You keep asking for strength, then complaining about the weight. You want wisdom, but you don't want the lessons. You want elevation without discomfort, but pain isn't a wall, it's a doorway. It is a signal, not a stop sign. See, some people feel pressure and immediately assume it means stop. They feel resistance and think that must mean they're not meant for it. No, pressure is proof you're pushing against something worth breaking through. Pressure means progress. You can't grow muscle without resistance, and you can't grow character without adversity. You can't become emotionally strong if life never teaches you how to hold steady when everything is shaking. Pain exposes what's weak so you can strengthen it. Pain points out what needs change so you don't stay the same. Pain is not punishment, it's instruction. There are moments you'll feel like life is picking you apart, piece by piece. Seasons where you feel like every time you rise, something knocks you back down. But what if that knockdown is not the end? What if it's the beginning of who you're becoming? You don't discover your grit when things are easy. You don't discover your resilience when the road is smooth. You discover who you are when everything in you wants to quit. But something deeper whispers, asterisk, keep going, asterisk. Pain is the voice that introduces you to your strongest self. Some of you pray to be better, but when life puts you in the fire, you panic. You try to escape instead of endure, but gold isn't shaped in comfort, it's purified in heat. Diamonds aren't made through ease, they're forged under pressure. You want to shine more than the average person, but you want to suffer less than the average person. It doesn't work like that. If you want uncommon results, you must be willing to go through uncommon discomfort. That's the truth most won't swallow. I'm talking to the ones who have been through disappointment, heartbreak, loss, betrayal. You felt like life shattered your expectation, crushed your excitement, stole your momentum. But every wound you carry is also wisdom if you choose to listen. Instead of asking asterisk, why is this happening to me? Asterisk start asking asterisk, what is this trying to teach me? Asterisk instead of breaking down, break open. Pain can close you or it can grow you. You choose which one. People quit too early because they mistake discomfort for direction to stop. But pain rarely means stop. More often it means asterisk push here. Asterisk pain highlights the area where growth is waiting. That tight chest before taking a risk. That fear before stepping into purpose. That hurt after failure. These are signals pointing to where you need to stand, breathe, and move anyway. You don't rise by running from pain. You rise by walking through it with your eyes open, your heart steady, and your purpose louder than your feelings. Life rewards the one who outlasts the struggle, who doesn't fold under pressure, who doesn't let temporary pain steal permanent success. You're not being broken, you're being forged. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. The difficulty you are facing today is developing the version of you required for tomorrow. So don't run, don't back down, don't let pain be the end of your story. Pain is not here to stop you, it's here to shape you. You know what's wild? Most people think success is about talent. They think it's about being gifted, smart, naturally strong, naturally confident. They look at champions and assume they were born that way. They don't realize that behind every strong leader, behind every winner, behind every person who built a future bigger than their past, there's one skill they mastered that most people avoid: emotional discipline. Because talent can take you to the top, but without control, emotion will drag you right back down. You can be brilliant and still lose everything with one impulsive reaction. You can have a dream bigger than cities, but sabotage it with one moment of careless anger, one argument fueled by ego, one decision driven by fear instead of clarity. I've seen people throw away opportunities not because they weren't ready, but because they weren't steady. They got offended too fast, they quit too fast, they burned bridges too fast, they couldn't manage the storm inside long enough to walk through the storm outside. Emotional discipline is the ability to feel everything but still choose what deserves action. It's being hurt but speaking with wisdom. It's being angry but moving with purpose. It's being afraid but stepping forward anyway. That's strength. That's power. That's control. You ever look back at something you did and think, if I would have just paused, if I would have just breathed for 10 more seconds, everything could have been different. That's the gap between emotion and discipline. That little space, that fraction of a moment, is where destiny lies. Some of you need to slow down long enough to think before you respond. Some of you need to stop letting temporary emotions decide permanent outcomes. You can't let frustration speak for you. You can't let insecurity text for you. You can't let fear sign the contracts of your life. You have to be the master, not the puppet. Discipline doesn't mean you don't feel emotion. It means emotion doesn't control you. You can acknowledge pain without letting it poison your progress. You can recognize fear without surrendering to it. You can carry doubt without giving it leadership. Discipline means you choose response over reaction, purpose over impulse, wisdom over rage. It's like holding the wheel in a storm. The wind may push, the rain may blind you, the road may shake, but you keep your hands steady. You don't panic, you don't swerve, you stay present and you keep moving forward. There will be moments where your feelings explode like fire inside your chest. Moments where you want to yell, slam doors, walk away, give up. But greatness doesn't live in convenience. Greatness lives in control. Control is quiet strength. It's steady breath. It's calm clarity in the middle of chaos. It's not reacting because of how you feel. It's responding according to who you decided to be. Some people are strong until someone disrespects them, focused until someone doubts them, confident until someone criticizes them. If your steadiness depends on how the world treats you, then the world owns your power. You must get to a place where your peace is internal, not external. Where your discipline is rooted in choice, not circumstance. Where nothing outside of you can shake what's built inside you. Because emotional discipline is not just a skill, it's a weapon, a shield, a guardian of your destiny. Without it, you walk into the battlefield unarmed. With it, you become unshakable, unmovable, unstoppable. You start making decisions that reflect your future instead of your feelings. You start protecting what matters instead of reacting to what doesn't. You start building instead of breaking. You start winning battles most people lose before they even begin. Control your reactions, or your reactions will control your future. Vision whispers while emotion screams. That's why so many people choose emotion, because it's loud, it's immediate, it demands attention. Vision is quiet, patient, long-term. Emotion wants relief right now, comfort right now, distraction right now. Vision wants growth, purpose, commitment, sacrifice. One brings satisfaction in the moment, the other brings transformation for a lifetime. And every day you wake up, you are choosing one. You are deciding whether your life will be guided by how you feel today or by who you want to become tomorrow. Some people throw away years of progress because of one moment of frustration. They walk out of opportunities because it didn't feel good right away. They break relationships because emotions got loud and maturity got quiet. They start something great, then when discomfort shows up, emotion convinces them to quit. Feelings will always try to protect you from difficulty, but vision will ask you to endure it. Feelings want comfort, vision demands growth. You have to decide which one wins. Think about where you want to be 5 years from now. Think about the future version of you, a disciplined, successful, calm, focused, stronger than the person you are today. That version of you is not built in moments where everything feels easy. That version is built in the moments where feelings beg you to stop, but purpose tells you to stand up. You don't grow when it's convenient, you grow when it's necessary. You grow when you choose vision over emotion. There will be days where motivation is gone, where you're tired of trying and tired of believing, days where nothing seems to move, where progress feels invisible, where results are delayed. But those are the moments that separate leaders from followers, finishers from starters. Emotion will tell you it's pointless. but vision will remind you why you began. Emotion will say you're not good enough, but vision will say you're not done yet. Emotion focuses on the pain of the process. Vision focuses on the power of the outcome. Sometimes the greatest battle you'll ever fight is the one between what you feel and what you know. You may feel afraid, but you know you're capable. You may feel tired, but you know you've got more inside of you. You may feel defeated, but you know quitting won't bring you peace, only regret. When you choose vision, you choose legacy over comfort, purpose over impulse, direction over distraction. You choose to build the future instead of escaping the present. You must get to a place where the voice of your vision is louder than the voice of your feelings, where you wake up and chase purpose, whether or not excitement shows up with you, where you work even when you're tired, where you plan even when you're confused, where you keep your head forward even when fear tries to pull it back. You have to become someone who is moved by conviction, not convenience, someone who follows commitment, not mood, someone who pushes to finish, not just to start. Vision is long term, emotion is right now, and right now will lie to you. Just rest a little more, just quit, no one will notice, just settle, almost is good enough. That voice has killed more dreams than failure ever could, because dreams don't die from lack of ability, they die from lack of endurance. The future belongs to the one who chooses purpose when emotions rebel, who chooses progress when comfort whispers, who chooses growth over ease. When you choose vision over emotion, your future is no longer abandoned every time feelings shift. It becomes inevitable.